Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to Module 2 of Geometry for Elementary Teachers. This evening, I will work on grading your discussion posts as well as your Module 1 assignments and should have all of that graded so you'll have your grades by tomorrow. I wanted to provide a brief walkthrough of Module 2, which is going to focus on geometry concepts taught in primary grades, primarily 2D and 3D figures, and how they relate. Within the expander, there is a page that describes what you'll be reading and what you'll be doing. You will have readings from both the Van de Waal book as well as the Beckman book. There are 2 articles for you to read that you will be discussing in the discussion forum. The first article is linked in the library, but there is also a PDF if that link doesn't work for you. This is about a teacher working in 3rd grade and how they taught 2D shapes to their students. There is an additional article called Watch What You Say. It's a really excellent article that is also about geometry, and it's about how to ensure you are talking about figures and their relationships in a way that help avoid building misconceptions in students. The first article is going to be what the first discussion thread is going to be about, and the second article is what the second discussion thread is about. For the discussion forum, there's only 2 threads this time instead of 3. I opted to do that because the end of module assignment is a little meatier. It's going to take you a little longer to do, and I wanted to make sure you had adequate time to be able to focus on that. We will have a synchronous meeting next Monday. If you are not able to attend that, then there is a learning journal to respond to. Finally, the Module 2 assignment is a coaching artifact. You're going to be creating a slide deck or a PowerPoint presentation that could be used for a professional learning session to build teacher participants' understanding of the Van Healy hierarchy. I do have a screencast and a link to a slide deck that is for PL focused on counting to give you an idea of how you might structure your PL if you have not done that previously. This is just an example, and it is focused on counting, but it should give you an idea of how you might structure your own presentation. One note, the rubric for this presentation does not have any points awarded for the design of the slide deck or how it looks. You certainly can spend as much time as you want making the slide deck look as nice as you like with graphics and animations, etc. But don't feel you need to, because the rubric for the assignment really is focused on the content. It's focused on the descriptions of the Van Healy framework, how the Van Healy framework is related to the tasks that you're going to choose, the level of engagement and the activities you choose to have the participant engage in the session, and then the citations. You'll be graded on mechanics, of course, but there isn't any points awarded for design or how the slide deck looks. So feel free to make it look kind of bare bones and not really spend a lot of time on the look of it and more on the content. The last note I wanted to share was that since the coaching artifact is about the Van Healy framework, then certainly know that you can draw on anything you have done in Module 1 for your discussion posts and for your article, and anything in Module 2 that you'll be using. So all of the things that you put in your discussion posts are fair game, and ideally you're using some of those things in your coaching artifact so that you're not having to create something brand new. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I hope you have a great week.